What's going on, world? You're rocking with the young man Nuke, and this is another edition of Sexy Saturday. Yeah, man. Coming to you again, man. This is like the fourth time I've done this. Don't like being on front of the camera, but I'm here. I'm here doing it because people say that you got to be in front of the camera. You know, a lot of people don't like those stagnant videos or whatever. Listen, I do a radio show. I don't do a visual show. So, listen with your ears, not with your eyes. Either way, I'm doing this just because I'm breaking out of my comfort zone and doing something a little bit different. This is going to help me build my confidence. So I was actually instructed that the best way to do it is to get out of my comfort zone. So we're doing this Sexy Saturday, and every Saturday I'm going to come at you and basically deliver a message of sexiness. We're redefining sexy at this point. There's too many Instagram models and Twitter thoughts and all of that. OnlyFans people who have taken over what it means to be sexy and have, what is the word? Bastardized the word. So, redefining sexy on Saturdays, and we're going to call it like that. Today, this fine Saturday, I am going to speak on the vibe. The vibe of sexiness. What makes a person sexy? What makes you sexy? Not even just a person, just what makes you sexy. We're going to talk about a couple different things. The confidence factor is up there. It's real high. But in the same breath, there are things about a person that can make someone be like, damn, okay. Like, man, I know I've given some women some hugs and was left smelling like cocoa butter and peaches, and I thought about it all damn day. Yes. Man, that was like, can't even remember what they look like, but I remember what they smell like. Like, damn, yeah. So, like, I know that if you can attach to a person's senses, hearing, sight, touch, smell, taste, you can definitely have a better attachment to that person on a deeper level than physical. So smell is important. I say it like that. A lot of women say they love to be around a man that smells good. And I don't have a collection of cologne. I got a couple of different colognes that I like wearing, but I do. I have a lot of what do they call it? Aromas. I'm a believer in what are they? Essential oils, and I have a couple fragrance oils that I use. One of my favorites is sandalwood and vanilla. Yeah, that's, man, if you ain't had that combination, you missing out, but that's one of my favorites. I also like Egyptian musk, and I like there's another one that I frequently wear. I can't even think of it right now. Because I frequently wear it, but I infrequently wear it, man. I don't be around nobody. I be to myself for the most part. I'm just too much sexy for the world, so I got to contain that into a capsule and make sure that I'm using my powers for the right things. Because, with great responsibility, or great powers come great responsibility. So, I'm being responsible, you dig? So, definitely get your smell good on, man. Take care of your hygiene. Man, take care of your hygiene. You dig? Don't need no random smells. If you musty, you got to figure out how to control your must. You dig? If you got genital odors, odors, there it is, genital odors. I'm an English one good time for it correctly. But yeah, if you got those genital odors, you got to figure out how to contain that. You dig? Gotta tame that and contain it. You dig? Nobody likes going into the bathroom after somebody and it smells like whatever it smells like, yeah, that's not cool. You dig? So like, yeah, definitely get your sense in order. See how I went from one good smell to a bad smell? That's basically how it is. You don't want to be unsexy because you smell a certain type of way. I was talking to somebody and I was like, the gym, man, the people at the gym, whoo, some people come in with the cologne, they come on with it strong. Some people come up on there with the funk and they be, get on the machines and whatever. Either way, you definitely gotta get that taken care of, because that's one of those five senses, and the senses, smell is it's powerful. It's powerful. The other thing that you could do, in my personal opinion, if you know me, you know me. Music, man. Music sets the mood. It sets the tone. It sets the vibe. It really does. I'm gonna figure out how to get some music for this particular show, and we'll call it that, and figure that part out. But until I do, I know that certain musics can just make a person feel in their level, in their mode, in their tone. Like, I know personally, I like to listen to female R&B singers. I do listen to male R&B singers, but you got to be of a certain caliber. But like, I really, really love listening to the vocal tones of a woman sing. And sometimes, especially when they write their own music, I feel very connected with this person, and it's a lot of vulnerability. It's a lot of relatability. I get the urge, or I get the sense that I am being talked to directly, as opposed to, being, I just feel like I'm the subject of the song, as opposed to just being a song. I mean, you vibe out to it. So, I get to listening to these people do their vocal vibrations and direct it toward me is how I'm feeling. And, that makes me feel some type of way, for sure. In the same breath, I know that if you're trying to set a mood, if you're trying to set a tone, music is powerful in that way, that you can create a vibe based on the music that is being played. Like, this is not so sexy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I remember we were going to go beat somebody. Man, dog, I think we were like 4 or 5 deep in the vehicle. We were in Michigan. I think I was in Pennsylvania. I was from Pennsylvania, but I was in Michigan. Can't even remember why I was in Michigan, for real. But I was in Michigan, and my man's, man, there was a lot that going on that day. I'm not going to go off into it, but like, man, we went back to the house. All of us went back to the house. It's like 4 or 5 of us. We went back to the house, and we were going to lay it down for the evening. And as we were going to lay it down, my man's cousin, I do believe, his brother got a phone, or his brother called him and was like, yo, man, I need your help. And he started crying, and he was like, yo, I mean, he wasn't crying, but he got really emotional. Man, we got to go get my brother. We got to go. So we were playing Young Buck, I Bust Your Head. I'm flying down, I want to say Carpenter Road. Flying. I don't know what Carpenter Road was, but we was definitely over the speed limit. Blasting this song. Ready to do the damage. Man, we were ready to do the damage. And when we got there, everything was over with. And his brother called. He was at the hospital with his friend. His friend was the one who got something messed around with him. And man, he was like, man, we not gonna ride for your friend. We was gonna ride for you, but we not gonna ride for your friend. And that was that. In the inverse, I know the times that I've been intimate with the female gender. I know that putting that music on set the tone to the T, set the rhythm and the pace and the pulse and the, it's the type of woman you're dealing with when they put on some some Gucci Mane or something like that, and they trying to do some things. But then also in the same breath, if they put on some, I don't know, some Sade or some Jill Scott, it's just about to be a little bit different. So I'm the type that I like Bone Thugs and Harmony, so like I can listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony when we do what they do. But in the same breath, you dig, like it just all depends. I'm telling you, if you're, what mood are you really trying to set? Sometimes what is it? One of the greatest love-making songs ever has no words. I'll cash app you $2 if you tell me what that name of that song is. I need the name of the song. I don't need the artist, even though I know the artist. I just don't think a lot of people know the artist though. But if you tell me the name of the greatest love-making song that has no words, cash app you $2 factuals. So music, it plays a mood, it plays a vibe. Like even sometimes people can play music while they're getting dressed, while they're becoming in their sexy form. It just sets the tone. It really does. So be careful, or not be careful, but be mindful of the sounds that you have around you, and that can vibrate your frequencies or raise your vibration to a higher frequency, if you will. That can put you in a mood that maybe you're not trying to get into, or maybe you are. I don't know. You dig? It's also when you're creating this vibe, creating this aura about yourself, to really be intentional about how you choose to decorate your surroundings. Candlelight, flowers, and even if I'm saying that, like, you can intertwine multiple of these things to increase your sexiness. Like did the candlelight, but the candles don't have a smell, so you put your own smell in the air while the music is playing in the background. I mean, that's levels stacked upon levels, and I'm telling you, that can drive a person wild. It can drive yourself wild, honestly. Like, if that's the mood that you in, man, some people do that just to read a book. You dig? Like, just set that type of mood, have the music in the background, they cuddled up on the couch and they reading books. You dig? Like, man, listen, what is that? What's her name? Zane? Yeah, man, listen, I'll do you righteous for sure. I know that the best way, let me rephrase that. One of the things that all doing that does is, man, I don't know. All of those things that I just named basically shows you how you can best express the love that you have for yourself. And the love that you have for yourself is the most important thing, because even though you would like to give the love to someone else, having it for yourself and being able to express it to you, for you, by you, FUBU, it'll manifest in such beautiful ways that it attracts people. It attracts desires. And that's what makes a person attractive. Man, I've met some ugly attractive people. I've met some attractive ugly people. And it just, vibes. You dig? like for real. Like, man. You can be physically attractive, but just spiritually ugly. And you can be vice versa too. You can be spiritually ugly. Either way, yeah. So I mean, you gotta love yourself, and if you love yourself, I'm telling you that would manifest in different ways, and yeah, it comes out. I know. I know that if you Let me put that light back on me. I know that if you take the time to make sure that the things that you put in your circle, in your surface, in your circumference, in your surroundings, in your environment, those will make I'm not gonna go into that. I'm gonna talk about that maybe next week. Yeah, maybe next week I'll talk about that. We talk about like the law of attraction, law of seduction. You know, like even right now when I'm talking like this, I know that it might tickle somebody's fancy because I'm talking like this, putting on my midnight love voice, doing my best Don Cornelius, or I don't know who else sounds like this, but I know it has an effect on some people when you get like this and you do this. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that probably next week. Listen, I'm in the process of creating these awesome ebooks. I know I'm gonna figure out how to give them away for free to people who truly rock with me. Anybody else, y'all gonna have to pay $5. I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm not sure if I want to package them together or if I want to do them individually. Maybe I'll do it both. Maybe I'll do it individually and then do a package deal. Who knows? I don't know. We'll figure that part out. But the whole ideal is I've been creating, doing all of this research. I've been creating information for myself to keep myself on point. And in a sense, I've been able to take all of the information that I've been researching and put it together on a point that makes me able to put together a book and put it out there. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And I don't want to give no time frame because I'm not. It wasn't my intention to put this together in the first place. But in the same breath, I have it. And it's in a form currently that I could give it away, but I want to do other things to it before I put it out there into the world. So yeah, just bear with me. And then if you're trying to follow me, rock with me on any other social medias, follow me in uknoe.link. All of the social pages are there. And then even the first two books are up there, the poetry book, Drawn Poetically, and the Royalty Collection Guidebook. Those are up there. And my webpage, www.nuknoe.com. I am signing off, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. And if you haven't already, man, check out the YouTube, NUKNOE TV. And that's where I've been doing all of my Fresh Radio shows. I've been doing them daily. I've been real good at uploading them too on the same day. So, yeah, man, rock with me. We're going into trying to do it twice a day. At this point, don't hold me to that, but I've definitely been doing it once a day, every day, except for Sunday. We're going to do Save Sunday for something special. And then, until next week, man, y'all be smooth. Peace.